Stella's here.
Just not in the chat. Hello.
There's Stella. We're on the deck Friday. Chilling out. Just giving folks an update. It's been a long time. We're slowly getting set up here and things going. And figured out taking advantage of what we can. And again, doing it on only what I'm getting from Workers' Compensation Board, which I'm still fighting because they're not giving me my full rate, but welcome to Canada. We got the kiln fired up. There's somebody here. Okay, so hang on. I'm on my phone. I'm not really sure how to do the chat. It's Falcon. Hey, Falcon, how you doing?
Hey, Hoser.
He's the first one here. Yeah, he is. Yeah, right on.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting dangerously low again.
Yeah. So, hi, Rowdy. Yeah. Jake. Okay. Yeah. Hello there. Are you U.S. citizens yet? No, we're not. I don't think we're going to be the 51st state. I really don't. I know there's all kinds of we're hearing about it. We're seeing people making reports about it and everything else. But again, it would have to come down to a vote. And the people in Alberta don't want to be the 51st state. They want to be independent. And we saw that in the by-elections here a couple months ago for the provincial legislature. And in the riding we live in now, which we didn't live in then, the Republican Party of Alberta, which used to be the Buffalo Party, and I used to be a member, and then they went and did the same thing all these parties do. They don't work hard enough in between elections, and they don't put forward enough effort to, even have like a regular convention that actually means something they can get people to. And thank you. And hang on. Hey. And so they had their own little meeting, and they grouped up with another the Alberta Independence Party, basically, or Independence Party of Alberta, whatever. Anyways, the two parties had a memorandum of understanding, and they changed the name from the Buffalo Party, which was popular, to the Republican Party. Now, the reason they did it is because we want to be a republic, so we should have Republicans. They made a bunch of mistakes, and they did it at the complete wrong time. And there's a lot of people accusing them of actually sabotaging it, which they kind of did to themselves. Bonnie says hello, Stella. Riverway. And Cage, hi, how you doing? Okay, and so what ended up happening, and then the other thing is the leader they chose, and again, no vote other than the few guys at the meeting, the board basically. They chose a good guy, but he's got a kind of a reputation in Alberta. He was involved with the Jason Kenney and the UCP, the United Conservative Party, and there was a bunch of bad things that happened, and his name was in there. And then here's the deal. So he's born in Alberta. His mom and dad are from the States. They moved to Alberta. He has dual citizenship. So he did what I was going to do when I was his age. He went down and served 5 years in the Marine Corps. He became a United States Marine. But he did come back to Canada and sign up and become Canadian Armed Forces, which I went CAF. My plan was to do either the 3 years or 5 years in the Marine Corps and then come up and join our military. And that was so that, yeah, if I'm going to have citizenship, I'm going to earn it, right? So, but he did that in the campaign and in the advertising. And he showed a picture. He said, and I'm a veteran. He's not lying, and it's something to be proud of. But he showed a picture of himself, of course, his Marine Corps official photograph in his dress uniform with the American flag behind him. So all of this added up to people not voting for him because they all took it as if the push was to become the 51st state. Hey, Rip Curl.
Hey, Rip Curl.
Tracy Smith, hi.
Tracy Smith, hello.
Crazy cat lover, yeah.
We are, yeah. Lovers.
Yeah. And so he still ended up getting 18% of the vote, considering everything, the short time they had and all the mistakes they made. It was good, but there was a lot of people that said had they stayed the Buffalo Party and chosen someone who wasn't pushing what they thought was Americanism, that candidate would have likely won this riding. But instead, the UCP won, the United Conservative Party, our ruling party in Alberta, and they brought in a lefty, crazy, appointed woman, just a nutcase, pro-COVID, pro-vaccine, pro-abortion, pro everything that we're all trying to get rid of. And because she was with the United Conservative Party, she won in a landslide. But anyways, we're here now, and we're fixing all these problems. Not just me, a lot of people. I'm doing what I can in my limited capacity with my limited capacity with the injury and everything. Point fire!
Point fire.
And Toronto, GTA, yeah, right? Oh, man. Yeah, they are loading us up in Alberta. They are bringing them all here. Not lying. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. When you go to any town, any city, they're just bringing them in steady, filling up hotels, getting all the rentals, buying up all the houses. It's true. It is an invasion. They're doing it to us.
All the jobs.
Doesn't Alberta have all the resources that supply the elite of Canada? Yes, we do. Well, a lot of it, yes, we do, Bonnie. And that's why they're doing everything they can to fight into our independence, because people keep saying if they lose Alberta, they go broke. It's pretty close. I mean, they'll force all the other provinces that aren't using their resources now to have to get their resources. They're not set up to do it. We are. That's their problem. So we got all that against us. But really, the sentiment here is independence. And it is the majority. Johnny Highwoods, hello. Johnny Cage says hello, Cage and Stella. And yeah, Johnny, I know you send me a lot of stuff on Facebook and everything. And we still have limited internet here. So I just noticed I had full bars, so I decided to do this. Moving loose hay up in the barn. Oh, you poor bag. Dusty afternoon. Yeah, dusty afternoon. And itchy. Very itchy.
Itchy scratchy.
Itchy scratchy up in that loft. Alberta stands strong. Yeah, we do. Oh, yeah, speaking of standing strong. So, now, I'm awaiting what's going on with my recovery and everything. But I've been doing a lot of physio, and they've had me in the gym. So, it's coming. It's coming along. And oh, look who it is.
He wants to see the muscles.
Look who it is. Yeah, can't we all get Starlink up there? Yes, Fulkin, we can. Uh, and we're working on it. Um, again, I, I, uh, I'm surviving right now off of what we're getting from WCB. We're trying to get the company going again. I got a roommate. My business partner Brian is here and chipping in, and we have an employee. Of course, these things cost money, but we're working on it. He's back. Yes, yes. The official the chief moderator has spoken. um, and again, we don't have a lot of equipment to work with and things. There's a lot to do here, but we're chipping away at it. And yes, I said it. I do have the kiln going. We're operating it outside. We built a little pad for it, and I've got a couple options. And because what we have an agreement with the owners, we're able to cut a hole in the side of the shop in the wall and run the chimney out. But we've been looking at everything and talking. I met another fella who does biochar. He came and looked, and we chatted, and I went and looked at his setup, and we had a good kind. And he's like, you're this shop we're in is awesome, but the walls are a foot thick. It is super insulated, and it's great. Um, but we want to build the second kiln, and that's a lot of heat in the building, even in the winter. And it kind of having that much heat sort of disrupts my liquid product. And Creighton, hello. And Creighton. Hey, Carly Simon's here too. Hello. Carly. Hang on, I need a gym if it does that. Yeah. Well, again, I was doing really good before I had this, incident where I fought the cow and the cow won. Yeah. But no, I wasn't able to do anything for 3 months, like literally. But now we're into the 6th month. Yeah, what is today? Is today 22nd?
No. Well, no, 21st.
Well, whatever day it is. 23rd.
It's in the 20s.
The 23rd will be 6 months since my head got smashed. But yeah, I've been, the last couple months, they've had me starting to exercise, work out, do more of that. And it's helping. It's feeling, I'm still dizzy as fuck. That's why I'm already done for the day. The other guys are away. They're off getting equipment and doing shit and bringing that, because we're all moving here. So everybody's, going and back and getting stuff and moving and all that. And so I was operating the kiln today by myself and cutting the wood and doing all that. And all the bending over and standing up again. And yeah, so anyways, I'm done for the day. It's the 22nd. Thanks, Falcon. Yeah, so tomorrow is 6 months. Tomorrow night at about 10 after 10 in the PM is when I got smoked in the head. I was just starting my night shift. But yeah, so we're working on making everything happen and getting stuff done. Sad Bart Simpson. Hello.
Sad Bart Simpson, welcome.
He says, I hate your guys. Okay. Riverway. When the cow say moo, it's good to move. I had no warning. Just to recap what happened. there was a cow. It was her first calf. She was technically not a heifer anymore, but um, she was in what we call the heifer pen. We kept the young ones separate. So she had her first calf, and she was all excited and freaking out. And they don't like to be in the barn, but when it's really cold outside, you have to get them in the barn so the calf can dry off and warm up and not freeze to death outside. Because this guy is another one of those people that have decided that having the calves in the winter. I remember when I was really young, Dad switched from having the calves in the spring to having them in the winter. And it would start around Christmas, the calving in the winter in Alberta. And there's a bunch of good reasons for it, money-wise and farm-wise and all that, but it creates a fuck of a lot of work. And yeah, you got to run outside, and when there's a calf born outside, you got to get it into the calving barn so it doesn't freeze to fucking death. And anyways, that's what we were doing. And she wouldn't feed her calf. She was just spinning in circles, and she wouldn't stand still. So we had a pen set up with a head gate, so you could bring the cow in the pen, and then you had a bucket of grain on the other side of the head gate, and you just kind of walk them in. And when they walked in, you'd either they would do it automatically, close the head gate on themselves, or you would hit the bar and it would close. So I was walking around, coming around the other side to get behind. There's another gate that's what you close on them. It has a big locking bar on the top, and then you squeeze them in with that, and then you open the bottom of the gate up, and then you bring up the calf and they can suck. And then if they start kicking, then you tie their legs, and because they'll do that too. They'll kick the calf. Anyway, so I was at the stage where she started to move. She went and bang. I heard the bang of the head gate. So I thought she's locked in. So I started walking. Turns out she wasn't. And she come flying out, and she spun, and she was 900 pounds, and a 200-pound steel gate, and I was only like a foot off the concrete wall. So I got the gate here. I got the big red locking bar right there, which busted all this shit and pushed the eye in. And then my head hit the wall like that, and I bounced off like that. My glasses had already gone flying, and my eye, I was out cold, but my eyes were probably still open. And it was 20 below in the barn, and I got my eye against the frozen steel bar, so it ripped off the lens on this eye. So this eye got pushed in, and it's misshapen, which it was before anyways, from the fucking mortar back in the day. But it's worse now. And both lenses damaged, so they have to replace. I have cataracts apparently, which weren't a problem until this happened. I wasn't having, other than maybe the cars at night a little bright kind of shit. Hang on, I'll catch up to chat. Sad bad Bart Simpson, I know you see me. Yeah, I do. Yeah, are you a troll? Respond to me, loser. Sure. See, I just did, and without knowing that the troll. Mods, have fun with this guy.
Yep.
Open season.
Yeehaw.
Here's the thing: we're not going to kick you out, Bart. We're gonna time you out a couple times, and then we're going to red pill you, because that's what we do. Chris McGrath, hello. How you doing?
Hey, Chris.
Hi there. Good to see you. Hang on, I'm going back. I missed a few things. Yeah, setbacks suck. Yeah, that I know. Yeah, it does. Sad Bart Simpson, I hate you. But he can't even spell you. It's Y-I-U. I hate you. Well, maybe he's being cute. Maybe he's, whatever language he speaks, maybe that's what he's using.
He's a bot.
No, it's not a bot. No, it's
a misspelling, idiot.
It's whatever.
Idiot.
Falcon says, I usually do very little in the morning, then I finish up in the afternoon. Yeah.
That's a good way to conserve energy.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's what you should do.
Well, I'm doing it now. I'm conserving energy now.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 more hours he'll be working.
Probably. So anyways, where was I at? Yeah, so I got my head smashed. I took 3 concussions in less than a second. Both eyes are damaged, so I'm waiting for eye surgery. I've been through 3 months of vestibular rehabilitation, and I guess 3 months of physio, but the first month I didn't really do anything. And now I'm waiting to see what the next step is. I'm waiting for a neurosurgeon appointment. A couple other things. And yeah. Marlon Pereira. How you doing?
That's a hungry mosquito
Oh,
on your shoulder.
okay. Message deleted. That means you're playing with the troll. That's good. Yeah. Marlon Pereira's timed out? Okay. All right. I
Oops,
don't know.
wrong one.
I don't know what he is. Yeah. Again, Marlon, what we do here is if people are trolling, we time you out a couple times, and then we red pill you, make you one of us. It's happened a lot.
Welcome. Welcome anyways.
It feels good to be back with you folks and just chat like this a little bit. And just, here's Stella. Go back in the sunlight.
Hello.
In the sunlight. See how nice it is? Oh, now, okay, so, yeah, we're working on the deal right now, but I'm going to stand. I won't be able to read the chat for a minute. Rage. Chris McGrath says, Rage, we know it was domestic violence. Stella kicked your ass. Tracy Smith, any fire trouble? Not here. We've had tons and tons of rain. No danger of fire here. But up by Grand Prairie and a couple other places in the province, yeah, they've had some fires and they've got some fire danger. Anyways, what I want to show you, and I hope it shows up on the camera, is, again, the courtyard is surrounded by these beautiful pine trees, or no, spruce trees, and then we got a couple pine trees here in the yard. And then this whole property is circled with spruce trees. But you see there, underneath that, all those spruce that have self-propagated. Well, this whole 20 acres is surrounded by spruce trees, and there are literally hundreds of thousands of young ones that have popped up. There's everything from, we've found some that are 5-6 feet tall, all the way down to stuff that just popped this year, and it's like this. Stella actually, do you have that pot here?
I'll go get it.
She actually just, in the yard, she just grabbed little ones that had just popped this year, the 2 spruce and a pine. Yeah, it is beautiful. Nursery stock, exactly, Johnny. We're going to do a tree nursery here.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you see that? So, there's a blue spruce, a couple...
I don't know if you guys can see that little guy there.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
It's got his own roots already.
Yeah, that's a blue spruce.
Yeah.
And then we have the regular spruce, and then we got the pine tree.
Yep.
And they're all over the place. We have thousands of blue spruce here, literally. So we're gonna be able to do a tree farm, Christmas tree farm, all that kind of stuff. So I did a video or a short here, I don't know, a week ago maybe, I don't know. And I said I have a surprise. I kind of showed the place. So what I was going to do, there's an area here that's about 4.5 acres, and it's got a barn on it. It's part of the whole area, but it's like its own little thing. And it's surrounded by 70-foot tall spruce trees in a square. And I was going to do an exhibition grounds. I was going to have concerts and boat shows and car shows and swap meets and stuff like that. And make money that way and bring people in and meet people and all that. Um, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of insurance, and there's just a lot that goes on with it. And so I've decided, anything agriculture I do here, I don't need permits for. I don't need permission. I can just do it. Like all the gardens and the greenhouses we're doing, even my charcoal business, it's all agricultural related. The farmers market is going to be agriculturally related. It's already approved. Having a farmers market on a farm is already approved under Alberta agriculture. I don't need special permits or anything like that. The county thinks I do, but I don't. Anyways, hang on, give me a sec. I'll put these back on so I can read chat. So anyways, yeah, I'm not going to do the exhibition grounds. I'm going to do a tree farm. So we'll have the
Christmas trees.
we'll have the greenhouses, we'll have the 12-foot gardens in the market garden, we'll have the tropical greenhouses, and we'll have the tree farm and the farmers market and the charcoal business. I know it's a lot, but I want to retire when I'm 65. So I've got 6 years. Well, 6 years and 2.5 weeks
To start it all.
because I turned 59 on September 9, and on September 9th, in 6 years from now, 31, in 2031, I plan on retiring. Okay, hang on. Let me catch up to chat here. I'm going to back up and then catch up. Yeah, nursery stock. That's right. Oh, hey, David George. How you doing? Listening from Connecticut. Great to see you, too. Building with nature. Exactly, Bonnie. Yes. How many varieties of trees? Okay, so we have
15.
I'm trying to remember the name of the pine. It's not a lodgepole. It's ponderosa pine. We have ponderosa pine. We have blue spruce.
Lots of blue spruce.
We have mountain spruce. We have, there is a lodgepole pine right there. So we do have lodgepole pine. We have ponderosa pine and we have lodgepole pine.
Lots of poplar.
We have, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. We have Saskatoons, which is a fruit tree, but still, people love them and buy them, and they sell like crazy. And there's no shortage here. We found all kinds of other decorative trees and everything. Okay, so I have columnar aspen, which is it's in the poplar family. We have the regular green poplar here. We have
That frilly one with all the small leaves.
yeah, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so again, I used to know these off the top of my head, but with the smash, I don't. But we have this poplar here. So it's in the green poplar family, but they grow. They don't just one trunk. They have several trunks. So I can't remember the name of it. Oh, and we have, there's a cute little garden they built out front. And so we have junipers and we have decorative pine. I can't remember the name of it. Maybe you can help me in chat if you recognize it. Anyways, we have this, and it's coning, so I can get cones and start them. And I have the ground cover juniper. I have the Spritzer juniper, and of course, yeah, the spruce. There's another Spritzer, and yeah. So on over here again, there's all kinds of decorative bushes that we'll be able to propagate. And again, I don't remember the names right now because of my injury. I'm not able to pull that information out right now. But yeah, we have these. Those decorative berries. Again, I should know the name of it. I used to sell the shit out of them when I had my landscape company. People would pay you big bucks to put those in. And where are we here? Oh yeah, we got Saskatoons. Believe it or not, this is a Saskatoon bush. Those are the young ones. And here are, that's all Saskatoon. It's crazy. I'm going to be able to air prune that. And then the other thing we found all over the place here, like in all the forest area and the open area and everything else, is again, more decorative berry bushes. But the birds eat these ones. That's why they're all over the place, because the birds eat these and then, you know, they poo out the seed and there you go. So yeah, and we got shit tons of them. They're just everywhere. So, and yeah, so like I said, there's blue spruce, like those ones, and then mountain spruce. And we have the two varieties. The ones that they're top sweep, and I can't remember the name of them right now. And then we have the ones that grow more columnar and the Christmas tree. That's what everybody wants for a Christmas tree. And yeah, so we have those. I guess about 8 varieties, 8 or 9, maybe 10 varieties is what we're gonna have in the tree farm just from what's here. We don't have to go out and buy anything. There's cones all over the ground. I can put the cones in the oven and bake them at 150 and pop them, and then start growing. Hey, Dirty Sausage is here. Haha. Yeah, I'm having tons of trouble, Tracy, with my medical situation. It's fucking Canada. Free healthcare? Bullshit. Nothing's free. We pay through the nose through our taxes for it, and we don't get fuck all. They don't do a damn thing. They delay everything. They cancel services. It's a fucking joke. Anyway, I know I'm bitter, slightly angry. That's just me. So yeah, can you shut your sound off so we don't get a feedback? I'm gonna say safely we have 10 varieties of trees that we're gonna be able to put in the tree farm, and then I plan on doing hascaps and a few other things too. So I plan on having like a fruit tree section and a decorative tree section. And yeah, and then, now here's the thing. Now there's I don't know yet, but just walking around looking at the place, and it's not that much for this year, but there's probably 20 or 25 Christmas trees that we'll be able to sell this year. I know that's not much, but hey, it's cash in the bank. Oh yeah, Stella's telling you, we're trying to get her healthcare number. That's the other thing, yeah. Oh, what a joke.
Yeah, to a private clinic.
Yeah. We're doing that. We're going to a private clinic in town to get doctors, because going to the hospital is useless. And my regular doctor is now 3 hours away, because we did everything we could to find a place close to where we were, and we just couldn't find it. So we're here. It's great. Again, there's opportunities here. Well, no, I was going to do the tree farm thing at the other place, but I didn't have the space. and I didn't have the same things.
Juniper berries.
So
I wonder. We get juniper berries.
there's
off that
well,
tree?
I don't know, honey. I used to know all this shit, and I have to relearn it all. So I don't know.
For spice, yeah.
Yeah. So
Thanks, Chris. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it is
gonna
beautiful.
do that. Safe Tracy Smith self-medicating a little. Yeah, kind of. I'm trying to stay away from the medications, but sometimes I just have to take them, like the vertigo medication and stuff. Yeah, Falcon. Yeah, the juniper berries. I'm gonna look into all that. Well, again, so those berries, those decorative trees over here, and it's the same with the dogwoods and the stuff we had at the other place. Those berries you can eat them, you can make jellies and stuff, but they're actually better for medicinal reasons, right? So got to look all that crap up. Okay, so we haven't shown you the house yet, so I'm going to flip the camera and do a little walkthrough. It's kind of in a mess. We're still going through boxes. Not everything is here yet, so it's a 5-bedroom house. I'm not going to show you everything. I'll just show you the main floor. The upstairs is really cool, actually. So hang on. There we go. Here we go. Walking in. That's the back door off the deck. Duh, because that's where I was. It's got pretty cool setup. We've already set up the dining room, so we have the dining room set up so that we can have meals and you know, we've done a little bit. There's the moderator keeping an eye on everything. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only room we really have. There's a half bath. That's the only room we really have that's kind of decorated. So we're doing laundry. Staircase, yep, upstairs. There's 3 bedrooms upstairs and a really big bathroom. The kitchen, okay, now, here's the cool part. Now, this over here was probably for the kitchen table, right? Now, this was a farm at one time, a big farming operation, and obviously, they did canning because there's a canning kitchen separate from the other kitchen. Yeah, that fan vents outside. So they've got, and a big deep sink and all that. Yeah, that's a canning kitchen. And we got the door open to let the cats in and out. Little office area in the front. Created a little chair area so we can sit and look outside, and then the living room. And again, like I said, it's a mess because we're still doing stuff. And then there's a full basement in here. There's 2 bedrooms downstairs. It's pretty nice. So it's a big place. It's 3 times as much as we had at Breton. But I miss my home. Even though those people, the rich people assholes, I hope they're listening, who have no fucking clue about anything except for how to be selfish and stupid. And they demolished that beautiful little farmhouse. But anyways, we're in a different situation here now, so it's all good. Yeah, Falcon, yeah, for it's like the juniper berries is like pepper, yeah. Yeah, room for company, that's right, Bonnie. Yeah, we do. Yeah. It's really cool. Again, I'm not going to go upstairs, but whoever built this house originally had little kids because they built a really cool master bedroom with a walk-in closet. They took advantage of every piece of space they had in the place. and there's storage under all the staircases. It's done really well. Um, but there's 2 bedrooms upstairs, and it's really hard to describe. But it's like they made little cubbyhole areas for beds and things. It's once we get things cleaned up, and we'll show. It's really cool. It is, and
Very charming.
it's very charming. Like when we first came here and looked at this place, like, oh yeah, we want this, and it's super expensive, and it's really expensive because again, with what's happened in Canada since Trudeau took over in 2015, everything has gone through the roof. Like it's this place was $2,000 a month a few years ago. Now it's $3,000 a month plus utilities. Just the way it is. But again, there's people that tried to make businesses happen here, and I don't know why. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know why they. I think the one company that was here, they call it Hoof Grip, and they melt down old tires, and they put bonding agents in it, and they make rubber matting for floors for your. It's for horses. It's for like high-end horses and shit. Their company is still going, but they're not here anymore. So maybe they just needed a bigger production facility, is my guess. Maybe the shop wasn't big enough for them. Don't know. I don't know the situation. There was another guy here that was trying to fix up old cars and sell them, but him and his wife got into trouble with things, and
Snorting.
that all went to hell.
Norton.
Snorton Norton, yeah. They got in trouble with that kind of stuff. From what we've been told. I don't know. Anyway. There's another guy that used to run out in that 4-acre area where we're going to do the tree farm. They used to do quad races. So there's you can see it on Google Earth. You can see the oval. And then there's people that still have horses here. They used to race chuck wagons and run race horses, but they don't do it anymore. They're keeping some of the horses here, and they used to train them out in this area too, like where the tree farm's going to go. But they don't do any of that anymore either. We've asked them to move their horses and everything they have here by March 1st next year, so that next year we can, because I want out where the horses are being kept, I want to put the gardens, the market garden, the 12-foot gardens. That's why I want to do that out there. Yeah, it is a nice house. It's a beautiful house. We've lucked out. Even the place that I have to go to court now against my former employer. In Alberta, you can't sue your employer when you're on WCB, but I can sue my landlord. So I'm going to do that. So I hope he heard that. Hope somebody tells him. His kid watches me, so it'll get back to him. Yeah, I'm going to sue my landlord for what he did to us. But that was a cute little house, too. The one we were in on the farm where I got hurt.
Those aren't our horses, Bonnie.
They're not our horses. I would never own a horse. I've never been a horse guy. If I ever owned a horse, it would be a work horse that was actually a work horse and being used as one. But there's no advantage to it for me anymore. I almost did it 20 years ago. Because again, it's good money. It's horse logging. And you go in and you do selective logging. And you bring them out you bring out the wood with horses. So there's no damage to the forest, the environment, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, happy days. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, free fertilizer from the horses, exact. Yeah, well, when we make the compost piles, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the same thing, because when I was making soil, when I had my landscape company in Victoria, after I got out of the military, and I had an acreage I was renting, and I was making soil because I was cutting grass every day, cutting lawns, and then I was doing gardens, so you're pulling up weeds and all that. So grab that, and well, you would do trimming, and I had a tree service as part of it. I had my own chipper, so I had wood chips all the time, and I always had sand and gravel around because I needed it for landscaping, etc. Yeah, 3,000 is a lot. It is. Yeah, we're working on that, Carly. We're I'm working on something right now for to get help with it. I have, like I said, my business partner is here. He's living here and helping out. Oh, Chris McGrath off the bed, working again tonight. Great to see you. Yes, hey brother, get some sleep. Yeah, night shift, right? Yeah, get some snooze,
Awesome, brother.
and
Take care.
we'll
Okay.
chat with you soon. Um, so, anyways, yeah, I was making my own soil, and I ended up having to rent a shop for a while, um, and it was a shop that was for rent, and it was at a big equestrian place where they people store their horses and they get trained and all that shit, right? So there was tons of horse manure around. So what I did is I started bringing that home in garbage bags. I'd filled them with water. I'd tie them really tight and I'd lay them down in the sun, and that way they started to ferment and cook. And any weed seeds or anything from the hay, or any hay seeds or anything like that, was killed immediately and just turned into compost. And I did the same thing with my lawn grass. And so I would ferment it for about a month in those bags in the sun, and then I would pour that into a tub with the wood chips and begin to start all of that fermentation liquids and everything to start breaking down the wood chips. And then a lot of that grass I would put, because I would dry a lot of the grass as well. So I had my greens and my browns, and then I would mix it all, and I used a grain auger to mix it, and then into tote bags, and then every week I would empty each tote bag into the grain auger and mix it again, put air in it, add moisture if needed. Yeah, good night, brother. And somebody is here from a foreign country with a foreign language.
Is that
Well,
what do you call it?
somebody said hi.
Arabic or something?
Well, it looks Cyrillic, but I don't know. But if they can help us. Anyways, hello, said hi. How you doing? Oh, hang on, folks. I get these lightning headaches. Oh. Anyway, it'll pass. Shit. So that's how I was making my soil, and it worked out great. And that's before I knew about the total charcoal thing. But I was using the wood chips, but I knew you couldn't put raw wood chips in the ground. So, like I said, I was soaking the wood chips in the fermentation water from the horse manure and the lawn grass, and so they were already they weren't taking away from the ground. They were giving to it. They were sponges, basically. It would pop them, and they would begin to break up and expand and get punky and all that. It worked great. It worked like an awesome. And then the really tiny ones would break down quick and become soil, and the other ones would they'd get black just like the soil. So anyways, we're going to do that again. We're going to pick up the horse manure and I've got the chipper for making the charcoal. So yeah, we're doing a lot of chipping, so I'll have that. And then I've got the charcoal now too. So, but yeah, that's kind of the update. That's kind of where things are right now. I'm gonna walk you over. It's we're 10 minutes to the hour. You folks know I don't like to go over the hour, and that way it's not too long for people to watch later, and also people that have to pay for their data, they don't get dinged that extra amount for those really long videos. So I'll walk you over real quick and show you. It's a mess. It's a mess.
It's just
We're
unorganized.
doing what we can. I'm not going to take you in the shop, but I'm going to show you the kiln and let you see the place a little bit. So I'm going to switch the camera. Hang on, wait, hold it. Okay, there. So there is Highway 2, the busiest highway in Western Canada. Okay, so remember that? Remember the lawnmower with the flowers? We still have it. It's got a Saskatoon growing in it. Yeah. And again, our tiny little lawn. Nobody mowed here all year before we got here. Didn't. So the grass is really long. Anyway, there's the house. There's Stella.